In this video, we're going to show you how you can weld font in Cricut Design Space version 3.0. And as you can see, when you weld font, it fuses it together, very much like this style that's right here. And this happens to be a Cricut font that's with Cricut Design Space. And you know, here's a little tip: if you ever create a project with font, you can always see what you used, even though it was welded together, by going over here. If you click on this and click on this button right here where it says See Image Information, you can see what font was used. You know, if you use the font within Cricut Design Space. Okay, so let's go ahead and use this chalkboard font with this right here. So in order to change the font, I select the text here, and I'm going to go up to the font, and then I typed in chalk up here, and this is the chalkboard font that I need. Now obviously when you do this for the very first time, the letters are not lined up together, so we got to do a couple things with it. I mean, you can do the letter spacing, see if that gets it close for you, but really you're going to have to tweak some other things here. So another way to move font in Cricut Design Space 3, very easy. Very glad that they implemented this feature that I'm going to show you here. So first I'm going to go ahead and ungroup these based upon lines real quick. So that means each one of these is now its own individual line. So I'm going to work with the two first, and then I'll come down here for the fast. So I'm going to zoom in on here, and now I need to isolate each one of those letters. So I can go up here to the Advanced tab right here and click Ungroup to Letters. And what this will allow me to do here, it will allow me to select each of them individually. But one of the great features inside Design Space version 3 is if I select the item and I hold the Shift button down while I'm moving, it keeps it in a straight line for me. So as you can see, I can move this all around, but as soon as I hold the Shift button down, I'm trying to move my mouse arrow up from this location, and it's not letting me do anything. It moves it nicely side to side. So anyways, you know, I always recommend that if you're trying to line things up. Of course, like I said, you can get that letter spacing there. And then once you have those two letters touching the way that you want, you can go over here and click the weld, and that will fuse that together. And of course, holding the Shift button down again, we can move those nice and tight. Same thing with the fast. I'm going to go ahead and ungroup these based upon letter, and I'm going to hold this one right here, work with this one first, hold my Shift button down and scooting it over towards that S. Once I have that in the right position, I'm going to go ahead, and I'm still holding my Shift button down, I'm going to select the S as well. You can see that my box is getting larger because it has the T and the S selected. Now I'm going to hold the Shift button down again, but I'm going to hold my left click down so that I can move this as a group, as one single unit. So there's that, and now I can hold the Shift button down again one more time. I have all three of those selected. Now I can go and weld, and we can go ahead and move this over there. So that is how you can weld text within Cricut Design Space, just in case that that vertical spacing doesn't work out well, or the horizontal spacing when you do select that text. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll continue on watching the others.